Education is an ever-evolving field in which scholars are constantly seeking to discover superior methods of educating and assessing students. Because of this, several organizations have compiled lists of educational standards to which all teachers should adhere. The TASC's, or Interstate Teacher Assessment and Support Consortium's, list of educational standards includes learner development, learner differences, learning environments, content knowledge, application of content, assessment, planning for instruction, instructional strategies, professional learning and ethical practice, and leadership and collaboration. Furthermore, as a future history teacher, the NCSS, or National Council for the Social Studies, has prepared a list of educational standards specific to the field of social studies. These include content knowledge, application of content through planning, design and implementation of instruction and assessments, social studies learners and learning, and professional responsibility and informed action. The purpose of this presentation is to discuss the common themes in educational standards described by TASC and NCSS, identify how the standards promote professional collaboration and data-driven instructional decision-making, and consider how teachers should assume the responsibilities associated with improving and advancing the profession of education. According to NTASC, there are 5 common themes among the professional standards they set forth for educators. In this presentation, we will discuss 2, the importance of personalized learning for today's diverse classrooms, and placing a stronger focus on the application of knowledge and skills into a real-world setting. According to NTASC, the reason for updating teaching standards is that every student can and must achieve high standards. Because of this, teachers are being held to a higher level of culpability for their students' success. Today's classrooms are massively diverse environments, and all students are unique in how they will achieve the most success. The spectrum of diversity can go from students with learning disabilities to students who perform above grade level and need to be challenged. Furthermore, there is a massive level of cultural and linguistic diversity, especially in a state such as Arizona, which lies so close to the border of Mexico. Teachers also need to be aware of students who are learning English as a second language. Because of this, teachers need to deliver information through various methodologies, so each student has the best chance of success. Educators should also use a variety of assessment methods that appeal to the students' learning styles. According to NTASC, these new standards should allow students to take a more active role in determining what they learn, how they learn it, and how they can demonstrate their knowledge. These new standards also place a higher focus on the application of knowledge and skills for the real world. In addition to teaching the information relevant to the subject, teachers should impress upon their students how that information can be used in a real-world setting. The skills that should be focused on through this include problem solving, curiosity, creativity, innovation, communication, interpersonal skills, global awareness, ethics, and technological expertise. These skills should be taught across the disciplines to prepare students for college and the real world. Teachers should use collaboration with their colleagues and data-driven instructional planning to create a successful environment for their students. According to Bedwell, data-driven instruction is the collection, analysis, and interpretation of meaningful data in order to facilitate high-quality decisions about instruction. First, we will evaluate the standards set forth by NTASC to understand how professional collaboration and data-driven instructional decision-making are encouraged throughout. The standard for learner development encourages teachers to understand how their students are developing and recognize that they are on their own unique scale of development and knowledge. By communicating with teachers from previous years, teachers can better understand the needs of their students. Furthermore, consulting previous tests and assignments can help a teacher understand what a student knows and what he or she needs to improve upon to succeed. This increases the success of lesson planning. The same collaboration and data-driven instructional differences standard. At a secondary level, teachers can collaborate with their colleagues about students they both teach to recognize the effect of cultural and community effects on student success. For learning environments, teachers can collaborate with colleagues to consider the safest and most effective classroom environment for student success. These classrooms should encourage interaction and engagement as well as self-motivation. Data-driven instructional decision-making is especially beneficial for content knowledge standards. Through the use of previously collected data, teachers can identify what students know and what they still need to learn. It also allows them to evaluate the lesson plan and make future corrections for improvement. For the application of content standard, teachers should collaborate with colleagues to regularly learn new perspectives for engaging students in the core areas of critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and problem solving. These core areas of study should be across disciplines, so collaboration is of the utmost importance. The assessment standard is as important as an instructional standard. Without assessing what students have learned, teachers cannot evaluate the success or failure of their lessons and know what steps to take next. All assessments should be used for data-driven instruction decision-making in all future lesson plans. When planning for instruction, teachers should use all data collected from colleagues and assessments to ensure the success of students. Upon considering the standard for instructional strategies, we see that teachers need to recognize how their students best learn to make connections and increase skills in a meaningful manner. As with previous standards, teachers can do this by collaborating with other colleagues who have worked with the students and contemplating previous forms of assessment compiled into data. The ninth standard is regarding professional learning and ethical practice. Under this standard, teachers should continue to expand their own knowledge and implement it in the classroom. One way to do this is through collaboration with colleagues. Another is the constant evaluation of data collected from student assessments. Through these evaluations, teachers should continue to improve their skills and adapt their lesson plans to the constantly transforming classroom. Finally, teachers should maintain appropriate leadership positions. They must take responsibility for their students, families, associates, and other faculty. A significant part of that responsibility is in constantly furthering their knowledge and profession to implement student success. For the NCSS standards, content knowledge requires teachers to understand the information relating to their discipline. They can use collaboration with colleagues to fill in any gaps that they may have had from their collegiate education. The application of content through planning should be accomplished through a combination of professional collaboration and an evaluation of data. Likewise, the design and implementation of instruction and assessment requires educators to implement instruction and create assessments based on personal knowledge, collaborative knowledge, and data-driven knowledge. For the standard of social studies learners and learning, teachers must utilize the information gathered from other teachers who have worked with the students and previous assessments to create a learning environment that will promote success for the individuals in that class. Finally, the NCSS believes teachers should continually improve their knowledge and promote human rights in both schools and communities. According to InTask, there are a number of expectations placed upon teachers to maintain the standards set forth. First, teachers must understand their own biases to promote a diverse classroom. Additionally, regardless of the discipline, teachers should focus on building students' literacy and rational skills as well as encouraging problem solving. To improve lessons and evaluate the success of lessons and students, teachers should use the data collected from other teachers and assessments and then modify lessons accordingly. This also requires frequent collaboration with colleagues. Additionally, teachers are responsible for creating a safe and supportive learning environment. This environment should address the needs of diverse classrooms, including students, families, and the community. In conclusion, many standards have been developed for educators in an attempt to equalize and improve education. There are a number of common themes that are found throughout these standards, such as personalizing education for diverse learners and creating a stronger emphasis on the real-world application of knowledge gained in the classroom. And because of these standards, the expectations of individuals in the educational profession have expanded and